Please have a seat. Oh, it's so great to see you. Thank you again for coming today. I know it's hard sometimes. We're all busy, and it's hard to find time to get together. But I really appreciate you coming today. Um, I've made some tea, or I have everything ready to make some tea, so we could have a little refreshment while we go over everything. Okay? Are you comfortable? Wonderful. Well, let's figure out which tea we would like to have. I have my little teacups, as you can see, and I have a little plate to keep them on, and I have my little teapot with a little lid on the top, and it has gold on it and little flowers on each side. So I have two different types of tea for you to choose from. The first one I have is this one. This is Signature Tea Company tea, and it comes in a little metal tin with a metal top on it. This one is caffeine-free peppermint herbal tea, and I love this one at night. I have this a lot before I go to bed. It's really good, and I will read the description on the side. It says that you should steep it for 3 to 5 minutes. And here's a little description of the tea. Peppermint tea is naturally caffeine-free, delicious, and delivers a rush of cool menthol with every sip. When it comes to stress relief, this tea is your secret weapon. While perfect any time of the day, it is most effective when brewed right before bed at night. Slide into your most comfy pair of slippers, take a deep breath, and get ready to fall into a restful, dreamy slumber. The Signature Tea Company is dedicated to making fine teas at affordable prices. And this container comes with 20 tea bags, and they are USDA certified organic. So this is our first choice. And the second choice also comes from the Signature Tea Company. This is antioxidant green tea, and it is also organic. It comes in a nice green metal canister with a purple top. I like this one in the mornings. Sometimes I will brew it and I will put it in my insulated coffee travel mug and drink it on my way to work. And this one should also be steeped for 3 to 5 minutes. And I'll read the little narrative in the description on the side. Green tea is the world's oldest tea, dating back at least 3,000 years to its origin in ancient China. Green tea has a fresh, slightly vegetative flavor with a pleasant aftertaste. Indulge in this tea any time of day. Adding ice will make a tea that cools and soothes the body and mind in the sweltering summer sun. And this is really good too. I will add just a little bit of honey to it, and it's just delicious. So, would you like this one or this one? We have the antioxidant green tea or the peppermint herbal tea. Herbal tea. Great. So, I'll remove the lid from the teapot. Tiny lid. And we will get out 2 tea bags. One for you and one for me. And as you can see, when you look at the tea bags, or you look at the tea inside, it's quite dark. It's a very dark tea. And it comes in these little bags with a string and a little tab at the top that says Signature Tea Company. Oops. Well, that one was eager to get in there. We'll just stick the second one in there with it. And we will replace the lid on top so it can begin to steep. Now, while that steeps, we will get into the reason for your visit today. As you know, we had a meeting that you were absent for, and because of your position, we do have to have you review the minutes and approve the minutes before they are finalized and entered into the book. It's no problem. It's no problem at all. You are welcome anytime. You don't have to come by just for the minutes. You can come by and visit, and we'll have tea anytime you like. But we will go over the minutes. And if you approve the minutes, we can go ahead and I can get you to sign them. I can get your signature. And then I, as a notary, I can notarize the minutes. And we can enter them into my binder for now. And as you know, at the end of the year, they are all entered into a binder. But for now, I keep them in this case. And in here, I have all the minutes from 2015. And I keep this with me. It's a black canvas accordion style file container with a handle on top. It's very rugged and sturdy, but it's also lightweight, and it's not terribly thick. It's kind of compact, but you can get a lot of documents in here. And I make sure to bring this, of course, to the board meetings in case anyone needs to see any minutes or documents from prior meetings from that year. I have them with me and can take them out, and anyone can review them who needs to. And at the end of the year, once everything is finalized, we will put them all in a binder, and they will be stored in the archives with minutes and documents that are pertinent from previous years, so that if anyone ever needs to go back and see them, they're always there, cataloged and sorted by date and by the year. So my case has a little clasp right here, and this holds it closed. And I just open it up, and as you can see, once you open it, it folds out just like an accordion. So I will go to the minutes from the last meeting. I have them right here. And I will just set this aside. Another thing that I do with the minutes, each set, after they are finalized, I place them in a plastic sleeve, so there's no need to punch holes in them or staple them or modify them in any way. You don't need paper clips or anything else. You just keep them in this little plastic sleeve, and it has holes on it to add them to the binder once they're done. But since we need to review these, and you could do this with any of them, if you need to look at them, you just pull them out like this. And here they are. Okay. Now, this was from the church council meeting from December 10th for the Clark Street United Church of Christ. And the first thing I would like to do is review the roll and see who is present and absent for this meeting. First, I will go through the list of those who were present. I will list the name and their title. Those who were present include Frank Ross, the moderator, Emily Thompson, the moderator-elect, Annette Lingo, just me, the clerk, Daniel Brown, the treasurer, Mike Allen, the assistant treasurer, Kent and Steve Robertson, the archivist and historian, Daryl Craven, the Board of Christian Education, Brian Summers of the Board of Deacons, Karen Foreman from the Board of Outreach, Joe Christian and Ben Norman, the Board Trustees, Robert Peters, the Endowment Fund and Stewardship Chair, Heather Shackelford from Communications Advisory, David Lindell, the Senior Pastor, and Hank Fairfax, the Transitional Pastor, were all present at this meeting. Those who were absent include Sharon Taylor, the past moderator, Fran Ackerman, the membership clerk, Brandon Walker from the music committee, and you, Ruth Gilmer, from the nominations and appointments committee. Frank called the meeting to order at 7:35 p.m. As the evening devotional, David asked those present to share Christmas moments that they had experienced in the past. And at this point, we will review the reports section of the minutes. For the moderator, Frank remarked that Advent is a very busy time of year and thanked those present for all their work. He reminded everyone that December 17th is the deadline for annual reports to be submitted to the church office. The senior pastor, David started his report by noting last weekend that there were 5 services, including 3 worship services, the Fairfax gift service, and a memorial service, and thanked the staff, especially Brian, Joe, and Robert, as well as the deacons, for making it all happen. He expressed concern that staff and committees are communicating their 2016 needs in preparation for putting the budget together. David has attempted to address the current racial and social justice issues in sermons and knows these issues are causing anguish for members. A discussion followed regarding the complexity of the issues and the difficulty breaking down barriers to enable constructive dialogue among the members of the community. David and Brian are looking toward Martin Luther King weekend as an opportunity to engage the congregation in meaningful dialogue. This is the section for the transitional pastor for faith formation. Brian reported that our partners in faith have called us to join in a vigil this Friday, December 18th, along Ashland Street from the courthouse to the depot, asking interfaith members of the community to join the fight for racial justice. We will join Sutherland Greek Orthodox and First Congregational UCC by lining several blocks with participants and luminaries. There will also be an action led by the Reverend Brian Gilmore on Saturday at Independence Plaza at 7:30 p.m. This Sunday, the Faith and Film series will continue the dialogue. There were suggestions for ways to share our history and stance on racial justice issues with the local community. Ken urged that we share outreach ideas with David and Steve. And this is the stewardship section of the reports. Robert reported the Stewardship Committee has received 2015 pledges for approximately $512,000 from 183 givers. His best estimate is that there are still 41 givers who can be expected to pledge about $67,000. Adding additional income of $55,000 from other sources brings the total expected income to approximately $715,000. This is significantly lower than the campaign goal of $800,000. 55 givers have increased their pledges, while a significant number have reduced pledges. The average pledge is above that of 2014. Rob is thinking about a stewardship education effort for early 2016 that he thinks may raise some additional revenue. And this is the treasurer's report. David continues to expect that we'll end up in the black this year, but with less revenue than last year. All vouchers for 2015 purchases must be in the office by December 28th if they are to be paid in 2015. David shared proposed policies from the Finance Committee for special fundraising and other appeals and for capital equipment. He asked members to read the policies for discussion at a future meeting. In regard to the special fundraising and other appeals proposed policy, there was a discussion of the need to discern our vision before deciding on a policy to resource that vision. And that concludes the reports section of the minutes. Let's check our tea. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's so nice. It's very dark. It's sort of an amber color. Oh, it smells wonderful. Smell that. That smells good. Yeah, that's wonderful. I think it's about ready. Would you like some? Okay. I'll pour. That smells so good. Mmm. Oh, it's wonderful. It's such a wonderful aroma. Mmm. Would you like some sugar? I have a little container in which I keep some different options for sweetening your tea. I have regular cane sugar. I have 3 little packets of regular cane sugar. I also have 3 packets of Sweet and Low, which is saccharin sweetener. They come in these little pink envelopes, little pouches. And I have Splenda. And I have 3 of these also, if you're interested in this. And I keep them in this little glass bowl. It's almost like a tiny mixing bowl. Perhaps if you were cooking and you needed a little bit of an ingredient, not a lot, but you wanted to keep it separate, you could put it in something like this. Or it could be a little custard cup or a ramekin, anything you wish. It's just a little tiny glass bowl. Would you like sugar or Sweet and Low or Splenda? No? Okay. Would you like any honey or milk? No. Well, let's try it. Oh, it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. Do you like it? It's just so fantastic. I love to have a cup of this hot tea right before I go to bed. I think it really does help me relax and sleep better. Okay. We're over halfway. At this point, we will discuss the discussion action section of the minutes. The council deferred action on November Governance Board meeting minutes to the next Governance Board meeting. And for the process for putting together the 2016 budget, church officers developed the following proposal for the 2016 budget process. A budget working group consisting of representatives of the trustees, deacons, Board of Outreach and Social Awareness, or BOSA, B-O-S-A, Christian Education, 2 members at large from the Governance Board, and the moderator and moderator-elect will provide guidance and set priorities for the Board of Trustees to use in preparing the proposed 2016 budget. Using this guidance, as well as updated stewardship estimates, projected income, and anticipated expenses, the Board of Trustees will draft the 2016 budget for review in coordination with the Church Council at their meeting on January 13th, 2016. The proposed 2016 budget, as coordinated with the Church Council, will be presented by the trustees with assistance from deacons, BOSA, and Christian Education for adoption at the congregational meeting on January 22nd, 2016. After a short discussion, it was moved, seconded, and approved to move forward using the budget process as proposed above. Do you have any questions, or would you like to add any comments to the proposed budget? No. Okay, great. For year-end business, Daniel reminded everyone of deadlines of December 17th for annual reports and December 28th for vouchers, which we discussed previously. Nomination and appointments are still working to fill a few vacancies. Daniel and Brian asked to be consulted on the status of appointments. Dave Curtis distributed a short list of proposed bylaws changes that he thinks should come before the congregation at the annual meeting and requested people think about them before the January council meeting. Tom reported that the Organizational Review Committee is recommending that the organizational changes adopted at the 2014 annual meeting be continued with an evaluation and report back to the congregation mid-2016. Brian asked that committees review the orphan programs that they adopted last year to make sure they know which programs they are responsible for and that they are willing to continue supporting those programs. and the meeting was adjourned at 9:30 p.m. with a closing prayer by David. And as you can see down at the bottom, and I will of course let you review all these. I will let you review these pages after I've read them to you, and you can make any notes if you wish to make notes. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to ask me, or you can write them down for review at the next meeting. Okay. Respectfully submitted, Annette Lingo, Clerk. This is, and the next church council meeting will be Wednesday, January 13th, 2016. And this, after you review all the minutes, you can see we have a signature page. It says, "Thus heretofore I hereby affix my seal as having reviewed and approved the above minutes for the Clark Street United Church of Christ Church Council meeting held on Wednesday, December 16th, 2015. And it has a space for your name, Ruth Gilmer. And then down here, I will complete the notary section. If you have no comments or objections or requested edits, we can go ahead and sign these and I can notarize it. But of course, if you want to make any changes, we can certainly do that. It's not a problem at all. I have this saved on the hard drive at the church, and I can make any changes that needs to be made. If you find any typographical errors or anything of that nature, I can make those changes without pre-approval. Sorry, from the pastor. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you these for your review. Okay. Now, if you would like to look those over. Okay, wonderful. Oh, the tea? Yes, that's page 2. Okay. There are not page numbers. You're right. There are no page numbers. I bought this tea at Whole Foods, and they have a wide variety of different types of teas and coffees. But both of these came from Whole Foods. I got them recently. These are just two that I've been using a lot lately. So I thought we would perhaps try one of these today. They also have a wonderful selection of different types of honey. They have local honey of different types. They have clover honey and some other types. The clover is my favorite. It's kind of dark and it's good. It reminds me of when I was growing up, we had beehives, and we had a field of clover not far from where the beehives were, specifically so it would attract the bees, and it gives the honey a really nice full-bodied flavor. And the honey at Whole Foods tastes a lot like the honey that we had when I was growing up. So I really like that. It brings back memories of my childhood, and we had bees, and we'd collect honey from them. That was really good. Okay. It looks good. Wonderful. Okay. I have a pen for you. If you would just turn to the last page. Wonderful. And I can witness your signature. Just, did you see any problems, or do you have any objections or questions or a request for any type of a change? No? Okay. So if you will just sign the last page, and I will sign and notarize it. And after that, we will be ready to finalize it, and it will be ready to go in the binder at the end of the year with all the other minutes. It is, and if you add a little ginger to it, honey and ginger, or lemon, it's really good. I wouldn't recommend the ginger for the green tea. I don't think that would be very good. But the lemon is good. Honey and lemon is good with the green tea too. Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay. And I will notarize these and sign them. And I do want to remind you one more time of the next meeting, the next church council meeting, which is will be Wednesday, January 13th of 2016. Okay. And I will be there, taking my notes as usual. And I will notarize these. And they'll be all done. So this will be the last set that we have for this year. Okay. Well, the rest of my day, I've been working on a knitting project for my niece. I think I'll probably do a little more work on that. And then, of course, we have the parade at 3 o'clock I'm going to go to. How about you? Well, maybe I'll see you there. Once again, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I do. Yes, of course. We'll probably be over by the library. We usually stand there for the parade. It's usually kind of crowded, so we try to get there early so we can get a good spot. Otherwise, you end up back where you can't see anything. Well, I hope I'll see you there. All right, great. Well, let me show you out. And it was wonderful to see you, and I appreciate you coming.